Welcome, coming to you live from Southern California, connecting you to amazing entrepreneurs offering inspiration and education to help you thrive. Thank you for joining me and my special guests who are coming on to share their expertise and specialty to help you get through this changing time, also known as a global pandemic. We can all agree that the energies are running high, that there is tremendous uncertainty, which is causing a magnitude of anxiety, stress, and fear. A few days ago, I had a calling to gather a divine group of women. I listened and heard the message deep in my heart, loudly a few times, and decided to take action. Amidst this global pandemic, a congregation offering victory and disruption was created. I sent out an invitation to the many women who suddenly popped up in my feed. I was blown away and not completely surprised that each of these women responded immediately and without hesitation to this last-minute call to action. These women are making the time to be here to offer their brilliance in prayer, meditation, tips, and tools to bring relief and comfort to you and your families and friends, and to those who have crossed over and their families who are in deep grief. Thank you, ladies, for your support. I am deeply, deeply grateful to share in your life. Thank you for your presence and wisdom. I am Pati Maez, CEO at UNIV of Soul, a resource center that specializes in spiritual coaching and pattern reset, which helps professional women and men to remember who you are, to identify who you are, and to claim what you want in your life while living a life of fulfillment. My vision is to stop domestic violence and abuse. And my mission is to talk with at least one individual a day to stop the suffering in minds and hearts. Most of you know that generally, I am not a pessimist. I am not an alarmist. I usually play in the unlimited everything arena. I was born curious about what makes people do what they do. And I've merged science, religion, spirituality, nature, and my parents' and paternal grandmother's indigenous teachings to create an East-West philosophy that has sustained me throughout my life. Yes, I have had trauma, abuse, anxiety, panic attacks, and some of the other normal things that happen to most human beings. However, I took the adversity and focused on this one question: what can I do now? Today for tomorrow, hashtag today for tomorrow. Most of you hear me say that. This helped me to be in the now, present with what is here now. Today, we're all in the oneness. We are all impacted by this, quote, global pandemic. COVID-19 does not discriminate. It does not care about anything except living and surviving its purpose. And that is to do what we all do at some point in our life: eat to grow and sustain, take action, go dormant, and so on. Some people do not believe this pandemic is real. Some are panicking, some are taking heed and staying in quarantine, not mingling with others who could be carriers. From my point of view, I believe and have believed since the beginning of this pandemic, this is the real deal. Thomas and I have been homebound for going on 4 weeks now. I invite you to do the same. There is much value to be had, to be in solitude versus loneliness. This pandemic has hit home for us. Family members, friends of friends, and many others have been hit. Fortunately, they have survived it. And again, none of us is immune to this virus. What can I do about it is the question. What can I do about it? Yes, the uncertainty drives us crazy, right? The unknown. I ask you to embrace the unknown and think about how you can serve yourself, keep yourself well, and serve others. Hashtag stay safe. Hashtag stay home. Hashtag stay vigilant. Okay, for now, let's pause for a moment. I invite you to take a deep breath and slowly release. Your breath helps you to get conscious, to become aware of your body. Most people are not aware that the body tells the truth. It speaks volumes. This breath helps you to get focused and clear, helps you to get congruent, to deliver your message with confidence, which ripples out to others. Let's take another deep breath and slowly release. This breath is meant to support you, to bring harmony into your life, to bring a balance from within. Even if you don't know what you want, or if you're not interested in a big shift in your life, at the very least, why not explore different perspectives, especially during this time? I invite you to pause and listen to my special guest today as each delivers her gift to you. And yes, we will be doing a live with the men also. This is the first of many more collectives to come. Today, you will hear from 11 empowered women who are here to provide their gift to you, to use as a resource to reduce stress and bring harmony into your life. Each woman will speak about 5 minutes, around 5 minutes or so through the next hour and 45 minutes. My first guest never ceases to amaze me. She is extremely generous and devoted to her family of 15. An awesome coach, LaChelle Adkins, America's Supermom. Where are you? Here you are. Welcome, LaChelle. Here we are again.
Yeah, I am so honored to be here. I thank you so much for your spirit and your energy. During this time, we are kind of in a state of uncertainty, but it's during these times that we rely on what is true for us, that calling that we have to continue with the spirit of empowering others and looking outside of ourselves. So I want to commend you for even hosting this event and asking me to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to let you have a few minutes to
Okay,
share your brilliance.
awesome.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
You're welcome. Today, I just want to speak directly about fear. So, I have a philosophy that I have used myself in overcoming my own depression and anxiety. And the first letter of that acronym, which is for Fresh Start, is using fear as fuel. So, I want to speak about that today because we are in a time where we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Some of the events that occur happen minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, in different nations across the world. So I want to challenge everybody to think about using this fear as a fuel to continue to empower yourself in the lives of others. So many of us are in a state of chaos and we're scared about what's going to happen tomorrow. So I encourage you first to stop and listen. Listen to yourself. Let your inner voice be your guide during this time. What are some things that you're fearful about? Because the things that you may be fearing are the same thing that others are fearing. And so when you listen to those fears, come up with strategies to help you overcome those fears. So, fear is a good indicator of some energy that you could be using in order to create solutions. Maybe you want to start a prayer hotline. Maybe you want to do daily scriptures and devotion, not just with your family, but on Facebook. Take that energy and come up with solutions, and you will attract people in your tribe that have that same mindset, just as Patty asked me to be here today. The next thing is recognizing what is trying to stop you from in starting this strategy or taking action. Is it your ego being afraid of what other people are going to think, or are you being led by how you feel? I challenge you during this time to let go of the ego. Think about how you're feeling. You're not the only one afraid. There are children that are looking to you as leaders during this time, maybe in your home, maybe in your community. So it's important for us to act even though we have fear. And the fear is going to be the fuel that we need to keep moving. Get in touch with your heart, your feelings, and recognize that you're not the only one feeling that way. This will also help you attract people and be a voice that will stop and command attention in the midst of all the negative news that may be uh, posted on social media. In addition to that, you have to realize that you have a unique story. You may be by yourself. There are some things that you do as someone who is home by themselves that may seem everyday routine to you, but it can be very instrumental to other people that may be at home. Patty brought up a great point about being in solitude versus being lonely. So you can reframe your position any way you choose to. This is a time to empower yourself, to recognize that you can be an example. You have a whole world at your fingertips through your cell phone, computer. So take advantage of the opportunity of taking those everyday routines. The fact that you're getting up and doing your morning routine can be impactful for other people who are in bed, dreading each day, thinking that it's the last day that they'll be alive. So take those moments of cooking. If you are a writer, if you draw, anything you do to begin to create a relationship with people across the world to empower them and be an example for the youth. So, this is the time to inspire others and use that energy for something good rather than something negative.
Absolutely beautiful, LaChelle. Thank you so much for being with us today. And I will talk with you after the show.
All right.
Blessings to you, sister.
Blessings to you too.
All right. Now we have Nadia Fleury, who is with Avissance. She's the CEO and creator of Avissance and Alchemist Coach. Let's bring on Nadia Fleury. There you are. Welcome,
Good morning.
Nadia.
Good morning, Patty.
I will let you be, offer your message, and I will see you in 5.
Well, thank you so much for Patty for creating this congregation. It's beautiful things that you actually doing right now. My message as an alchemist and a chemist, it basically, at this time, Mother Nature has decided to do her thing. And she's giving us what we've been asking for years, meaning more natural stuff. And me as a scientist, for the longest time, I struggled with what was going on out there because it was confusing. I understand everything is a chemistry at the end of the day, no matter if it's natural or synthetic. But we are here to create something that is safe for the environment and safe for us. And I was always challenged with the ingredients. So now suddenly Mother Nature has reminded us that there's a reason why scientists exist. We exist because back about 100 years ago, when a lot of things were happening, like polio and other diseases, people wanted to have vaccine and something that it would give them peace of mind. And this is where I come in today, understanding the importance of peace of mind. And the true things that we need to look into is ignorance and fear. Ignorance and fear are the only thing that stop us from shining our own bright light out there. And what I want to bring up is that, yes, today we have stopped because of the coronavirus. However, to this day, the leading cause of death is heart-related disease. And the question is why? Why is it that it's heart-related disease, followed by cancer? What are we telling ourselves throughout our life that makes us sick. And the question, I'm asking this question because there's millions of people throughout the whole world that will be affected by that. And the world does not stop. It is as if it is normal. And I'm saying this because I'm afraid that in 5 years from now, the coronavirus will be something normal. And it isn't. So in this time, what I want to bring, I know that what I said right now sounds a little bit preaching and on the negative side, but what I want to bring to your attention is that everyone have the ability to think for ourselves. I have the ability to think for myself, and so you do. And in doing so, you have a choice to either react or respond to the event. The best thing that you have right now is time. You have time, so the need to pause and think what you want to achieve. Are you aligned in what you want to do? Is your job draining you? Are you overworked and suddenly now you are given an opportunity to work from home and reassess? And what if you could realign your life so that you can actually live a healthier life? And this is what I want to bring to your attention, to make sure that what you feel, to make sure that what you feel is in alignment with what you want, because at the end of the day, what you feel will create your outcome. So be mindful of what you say and what you do. Is it in alignment? And when you see, the biggest fear right now is fear of uncertainty. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of doubt. We are wondering, what is our jobs? Are we going to still have a job in a month from now? And this is the scariest thing to be in. And at the same time, it's the most beautiful thing to be in, because now you can actually create from your future. You can now start designing your life the way you want to have it. There will never be, this time, what's happening right now will never be the same. When life as normal, life as yesterday will no longer exist. This is a change of, this is a worldwide change that is happening. And we are all given that opportunity to press reset and ask deep questions, and then do something about it. And I invite you that when you're feeling concern and feeling in anxiety, to take the time to breathe and just go in that stillness. I know sometimes it's against the ego who wants to be productive. But right now, the whole world is asking for stillness and introspection. Go within.
Thank you so much, Nadia. I love you, and I will talk with you soon.
Thank you, Patti. I love you too. Bye.
And now I'm introducing you to Laura Vida. Laura Vida from Laura Vida Interior Alchemy.
Hi.
Welcome, Laura.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go for it.
Okay. So, today is Sunday, and maybe a lot of us are feeling this, we're used to going to church or gathering in community or with our families. And I just wanted to offer something to you from this perspective of Sunday, going to church. So we can just take a breath and start with a little prayer. Now let's relax together and feel the presence of a living, loving God. In this moment in time, we ask to lift beyond earth into areas of absolute truth. We ask that the things most needed by these souls in this time will be spoken. We ask to be a channel of love and a blessing. We stand believing. So I'm going to start here with a reading from the Daily Word that is very apropos to what's happening today in the world. It's about inner peace. I find the peace of God in the silence within me. The Hebrew scriptures tell the story of the word of the Lord commanding the prophet Elijah to stand on the mountain before the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by. As he waits, Elijah fails to find God as he endures a wind strong enough to split mountains, an earthquake, and then a fire. Then Elijah discovers God in a sound of sheer silence. Sometimes chaos surrounds me as I try to find the peace of God. Other times, the chaos may be inside of me. I persist in my efforts as I confront inner storms, fires, and earthquakes as I search for peace. Like Elijah, I remain steadfast in faith, undisturbed by what is happening around me. I wait for distractions to pass. Peace is mine. So I think that this passage speaks to the importance right now of being in the light, the inner stillness, looking for that and resting in that as we go through this together. So as the outer world falls away, we're really being asked to connect within. Social distancing equals interconnection. That's the way that I see it. And why is this so important right now that we learn to connect inside? I believe that inside ourselves is where our own inner guidance exists. So when we are still and quiet, we find the guidance that we need in order to move through times that are challenging. One of my teachers always used to say that when a challenge arises, that means that school is in session. And right now, Earth School we're in session. So where do we go for the answers? Inner connection. From our own inner connection, then we can connect with our families, in our homes, in our spaces, and around the world from a place that is connected to spirit, divinely guided, and in a place of peace. So anchor your identity in spirit. And how do you do this? Here's just a few tips that I use. One is to look at what you're feeding your spirit, taking care of yourself. What are you feeding your spirit? Having a steady diet of the news or negative messages on social media will cause you to move into a fear space. And I really believe that it's imperative that we're not in a fear space right now. Many of us are healers in our own right. And this is our time. We are being called to really take dominion over our own consciousness, to remain strong and holding the light, because spirit needs us in order to birth this new reality on earth, which I feel is really where we are right now. This is the time that's been written about, that we've heard about and spoken about for so long. So by doing your part and remaining strong in the light, it doesn't mean that you don't acknowledge your fears. You do. But look at those fears and find an outlet for them, like in a journal. Write what your fears are. Communicate with spirit in that place, and then reaffirm the truth. The truth is that you are needed right now, and you're needed to hold in the light, to be strong, to be that beacon of light for others, so that we can birth this new reality on earth.
Wow, beautifully stated and lovely prayer and reading, Laura. I thank you so much for being here. I love you.
You're welcome.
Have a great day, and I will see you soon.
Okay, thanks, Patty.
All right. Now we have a special guest, someone I recently have engaged with, who is here. She came to give us her prayer and message. Sama Morningstar. There you are. Good morning, Sama.
Good morning.
Go for it.
Hi. So I'm Sama Morningstar, and my focus of my healing work is womb-centered healing. So I love the part about birthing the new world that our previous speaker was talking about. I talk about that a lot with womb-centered healing, because many of us have lost for a long time, the womb and the womb's power of creating new life has been under siege and underappreciated, misunderstood, and exploited for its energy. And it's time now that we bring our womb into reverence. And I'm not just talking about a female-bodied uterus. I'm talking about the womb space of every person of any gender. We all have a womb space inside our belly. And this is where creative energy and vital energy arises from. It's also where we can have a direct connection with spirit. And it's also where we can have a direct connection with our ancestry and with our descendants, so that any healing energy that we invite can come to us through our womb space, and we can also give that healing energy to others through our womb space. And so instead of talking on and on about that for the time that I have here, I thought I would give us a meditation to connect deeply, each one of us, with that womb space, because it's also a place where we can connect with our inner guidance. So I invite you to make, this is called the womb mudra. So you're touching your thumbs together and your fingertips are touching, and you're placing your thumbs at your navel and your fingertips at your pubic bone. I'll just show you by standing up what that looks like. And this creates a portal of awareness, and it turns the giving and taking care of energy of your hands inward, which is what we're all being asked to do at this time. So we can just take a moment to take some deep breaths. And I like to breathe in through the nose as deeply as I can, feeling my belly expand. And exhaling with a sighing sound, and just feeling how relieving that is to make that sighing sound. Take several more deep breaths. And feeling how that ha sound creates a wave of relaxation through your whole body. And continuing to breathe this way, and you might find yourself feeling like yawning as well. Yawning is very therapeutic as well, so encouraging any yawning or sighing. And as you breathe and sigh, bringing your awareness to this space underneath your hands, the space between your navel and your pubic bone, and back towards the spine, and just bringing your awareness there. And many of you may be more experienced with meditating with the heart space. And so we can create a flow of energy between the womb space on the inhale up to the heart. And then on the exhale, out the heart, down the arms, and through the hands back to the womb. From the womb space up to the heart. And down the arms back to the womb. And just breathing this circulation of energy. And we can feel vital energy from Mother Earth rising up through our feet and through our pelvic floor to nourish the womb. So drinking that in with an inhale, like drinking wonderful, something delicious elixir through a straw, drinking it up into the womb. And letting it flow up to the heart and then down through the hands and back into the womb. On the exhale, feeling your root or your grounding cord, however you imagine that, sinking deep down into Mother Earth. And then inhaling that vital energy from Mother Earth up into the womb and up into the heart. And exhaling it down the arms, back into the womb, and sinking your root down into Mother Earth. So as you breathe, drawing that energy in and up, And exhaling, releasing, relaxing. You can release any difficult energies, emotions, or feelings that you might be carrying in your body down into Mother Earth to be recycled and replenished and renewed. So inhaling that renewed energy and exhaling, releasing any energy into Mother Earth for recycling.
Wow.
And so I hope this meditation finds you well and that creates more wellness in your being.
Thank you so much, Summer Morningstar. I will talk with you soon.
Okay, thank you.
I love you. Thank you for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, how's everybody doing? Beautiful, lovely way to go inside and root. Nice way to relax. So now we're moving on into this beautiful, lovely woman that came into my life, shared deeply and openly. Alice Sinohui of Samadhi Sea of Life Meditation Center. Samadhi Sea of Wisdom. You say it, you're on. Welcome, Alice.
Thank you. Thank you. Great. Thank Patty. I will always have a good. Anyway, yes, my name is Alice Sinohui. She did very well on pronouncing the Sinohui. It's Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School, and you can see that on the screen. I am in Yuma, Arizona. And let's just relax and take a deep breath. Yes. So many beautiful, beautiful messages. Just have a very different way of approaching what is going on right now with this coronavirus. First of all, here at Samadhi, we do not go through negativity, positivity. We bring it as a genuine being. And meditation, what do we call meditation? We bring the essence of who you truly are. And Samadhi, it's uniting the sacred union and the mind. So right now, I feel that a lot of people tend to listen to the mind through, and I just live a whole different way. I believe that if I follow my heart, and just a little wake-up call for all of us to really look within. Remember that we all meditate. Everybody meditates in this world. It's just up to you what you want to meditate on. And it's time wisely to sit back in silence. Okay, what am I going to do with this? Am I going to listen to everything that brings me down? I'm going to listen to my heart so that I can lift myself up and those around me. So we can't stop what is done outside our doors. We don't control what the government puts on us or says to us. But the only control, if you will, the only place that you can really be is within yourself and how you react to what's happening around. So I would say let's focus on peace. I have something I'd like to read to you. It's very simple, very, very simple. And I just ran across this somewhere, and it goes very well with what I want to say. This coronavirus has the power to destroy you mentally before it ever touches you physically. So I would say to everyone watching, please focus on your inner peace. And how do you do that? By really living your life. Live your life to the fullest. Don't allow something that really hasn't touched you physically. Yes, do we feel compassion for those that are suffering because of it, who have been infected by it? Of course, we are not callous. But at the same time, we need to know that with our vibration, with the way we live, the way we treat ourselves and those in our near proximity, when you're in your home, it's all your vibration. How do you want to feel while you're doing all of this? Reflects on how you meditate within yourself. So I have something else I would love to read. And this being that it's a beautiful Sunday morning and we desire to bring to everyone here at Samadhi, it's, like I said, not about positivity or negativity. It's about being genuine. We speak to all people of all walks of life, all religions. We do not make any exception. And I would love to read something that I held true to my heart through a lot of trials and tribulations, through a lot of things that I lived through. And I've held on to this for a long time. And it is Romans 8:28 that says, and we know that in all things, God, the universe, our creator, works for the good of those who love yourself, God, that creator, and who've been called upon a purpose. So here at Samadhi, we have a little phrase called vibrillionaire. I know it sounds kind of different, but if you are vibrationally strong and you know who you are within yourself, you don't need the millions and you don't need all of that other exterior noise. All you need right now is to be good within yourself, focus on your inner peace, and remember that living that vibrillionaire lifestyle means that you live happily with your vibration. Create things that make you smile, that help you laugh. During all of this, we need a little bit of laughter. We need a little bit of just relaxing and letting go and knowing that it's not all about the negative. If it hurts you too much to watch the news, turn it off for a little bit and go within. Really use this time wisely. Create your own sanctuary. Create your own mini retreat as you're in your home. And know that when you come out of this, you're going to come out a lot stronger and knowing yourself better, because that's what Samadhi is all about, connecting with yourself and getting to know where your true strength is. So thank you, Patti. And I really appreciate this time. And I will go ahead and post where to connect with us if you need help with that connection from the heart to the mind.
Awesome, Alice. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing your amazing message. And I will speak with you soon. I love you. And you have a great day.
Great day, Patti.
Thank you, Alice. Okay, as we move through this time this morning, there's a message that was sent to me. I'm awaiting one of our guests. And this message, I'm going to read to you. I'm looking over so I can read this perfect message for a Sunday morning service, right? Today is Sunday and it's considered service, church day, and it's considered a time of worship. And what are we worshiping and what are we thinking about and what are we doing? And so this message is, quote, "It's easier to disbelieve than to be a believer." Amen. It was sent to me by Thomas. And I offer that today because I feel that this is a time, and all the messages that are coming through from all these beautiful women who have shown up in their brilliance are offering us a very similar message, and that is to pause, to go inside, to take a breath, to be present with who you are from within. The God, the spirit, the source, whatever you want to call it. You may be an atheist. You may be someone who doesn't believe in things, and that's okay. The bottom line is that the breath is really what sustains us. We're breathing naturally, normally. And the anxiety and the panic surfaces when we do stop breathing from the depth of our core. And that breath will be up in our chest, offering a shallow breath, which makes us get a little bit nervous or anxious, gets us on the edge. So these messages are brilliant. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce my next guest, Rebecca Grace Arce from Duo Dragons. Let's welcome you, Rebecca. You're on board. Hey, Rebecca, thank you for coming. Please share your message, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you, Patti. So my message for today is we've been listening to a lot about taking a moment to pause and really reflect at this time. And I've been doing that. Way before the coronavirus, I have been dealing with my asthma, and I'm a healer. I'm a massage therapist, and I had to stop what I'm doing. And it's really hard for me as a nurturer to not use my hands and to continue healing, because I have to isolate myself and take time to reflect. So naturally for me, it was a time of like, just inner thought, like, what am I using my mind a lot? What am I going to do? What's going to happen? And thankfully, I'm surrounded by so many gifted, talented women that are helping me. Patty being one, Sherry Tree, and Esther from Bank. And so right now I'm taking opportunity as a person for myself, and hopefully this could help others, to take times to reflect, to take the steps. What do I need to do? And also to take action, or what am I going to do from now on? How is my life going to look? What's going to happen? And also share that knowledge, and then to be able to bring it to my community. So one thing I've been noticing is my asthma affects my chest and my throat. So now it's time for me to use my voice, which is something I rarely use. I'm very soft-spoken. I'm more of an observer. And now I'm being challenged during this time to use my voice and to learn from all of you how to use your voice. So I offer that for you guys. Take this time to take personal growth, how to grow within yourself and emerge all these new assets that we didn't know we had, and just to be able to use them. And so I've been doing a bank masterclass that they're offering for free. I've been doing all their trainings and just really taking this time to learn more about myself and about everyone, and learn through everyone. And I think that's another gift that this coronavirus has given us, a time to be able to learn. And there's bank uses a hashtag one world, one language, which I really love, because I really feel that's what's happening to all of us. We are all speaking to each other much more than before. Most of our communication is nonverbal, and now we have to be verbal. We have to speak up. We have to voice. We have to help each other communicate. Use our communication much more than before. So I'm offering a tool to be able to help, and I'll put it on posted, mybankcode.com/dual dragons, to be able to help you connect with that, to help you to learn how to use your communication tool. And that's what I'm offering everybody, today, a chance to be able to learn from one each other, learn how to communicate. This communication tool has not only helped me to use my voice, but it's also helped me with my relationships, how to homeschool my daughter, which is another thing I've had to take out of my tool belt, how to be a teacher, mom, cook. So many things that we're being asked to do right now at this moment, and I'm enjoying it. And I think that's the one thing I could bring to this moment, is to share the blessings that have come to staying at home, enjoying your family, this time, the gift of time to be with yourself, the gift of time to be with your family, the gift of time to be able to learn more about yourself. What can we do? What can we share? How can we communicate to each other? What can we offer for each other now? How can we service each other? Especially for me, now that my hands are tied. And I wish I could, like, the natural nurture of me wants to be able to embrace everyone and hold everyone and be able to touch you and heal you, because that's what I do. But now I have to learn how to use it differently. And how can I do that? Is by using my voice.
Beautiful. Rebecca, thank you so much for coming this morning. And I know this has been the work that you have been embracing, and you're doing it beautifully. And I love you so much for that, and for you. And also expressing how to do it differently, right? Offering your message about how do we do it differently, and using your hands, and now you use them differently. And what a beautiful message. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
I love you. See you later. Okay, our next guest. We have Claudia Carrillo of Mujer de Legado. And maybe Claudia will give us an English version and a Spanish version for our Spanish-speaking folks who are listening today. And thank you again, audience, for being here with us. This has just been absolutely a miracle, magical, and beautiful this morning. So let's welcome Claudia. There you are. Hey, Claudia. Uh-oh. Okay, we can't hear you. Your audio is not. Oh, wait, you're there. There you go. There you go. Okay, now you're on. Awesome. Okay, Claudia, thank you so much for being here. Yes, I can hear you, and you are on.
Yes, thank you, Patty, for having me. So, good morning. Buenos días a todos. Like Patty said, my name is Claudia Carrillo, and I am the founder of Mujer con Legado, Legacy Women. So, Patty asked if we could share what's going on. How am I handling this? I am a mother of 4 boys, and with my husband, that's 5. So she was saying, how is it that we're doing this? You know, how is it that we're staying centered? What is it that I see? And I just want to share with you that the thing that has been working for me is to wake up with gratitude. Wake up in my bed before I do anything. What I do is I lift my arms, stretch my fingers, and I start thanking God, the universe, whoever it is that you create, that you believe in. And I just start naming one by one, like, thank you for my health. Thank you that I'm open. Thank you that I can see. Thank you for the air. And I continue saying thank you because I know that you are here. I know that you are here among us. And even though some people are they're worrying, they're operating from fear. Their first thought in the morning is like, wow, what's going to happen? I invite you that your first thought will be, thank you, gracias. Thank you for what I do have right now. Thank you for this blessing. When was the last time? And something that I hear over and over is that when was the last time parents were actually there present with their children doing homework? When was the last time that mom and dad were together doing homework, telling stories, going for a walk, just being present in the moment with the families? I'm going to be honest. For us, is when we have vacation, the family vacation. Otherwise, we're like very, very busy. So see this moment, see this opportunity, and just embrace it with grace. Embrace it knowing that everything is going to be okay. Knowing and trusting that the one who created you, the one who knows you by name, the one that's right there next to you, the one that's breathing within you is right there with you. That no matter what's going on, no matter what happens, you'll be safe. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. The only thing you have to do is you have to trust, and you have to see the things for what they are, and see it through the lens of hope, prosperity, abundance, with love. You know, many of us, people, I don't know your name, I don't know who's watching, but let me assure you that I'm praying for you. In the mornings, I'm praying for you. Throughout the day, I'm praying for you. And not only me, but there is a group of women who are praying for families, for our doctors, for our people on leadership, for our nurses, for our cashiers, for our clerks, for everybody that is out there working and still doing their job. Um, we're praying for you. We're praying for you who have if you have a family member in the hospital, we are praying for you. You are in our thoughts. So what I want you to take this moment to really embrace it and, like Patti say, breathe and let it go. And when you breathe, just breathe in peace and joy and comfort and trust and love and understanding and compassion and empathy, and let go of the fear. Let go of those stories that you're making in your mind that are not. What am I going to do with my children today? We're going to do math and we're going to do science. What am I going to cook of whatever it is that I have? How is it that I can make a meal that is going to be healthy where we can enjoy it? In my case, my kids, two of them, have a hard time with vegetables. So I need to get creative in ways how to implement the veggies into the food. Otherwise, they just want the chicken, they just want the beef, or they just want whatever the main dish is. So it's a great opportunity for me to sit down and for them to see that I'm eating broccoli, that I'm eating asparagus, that we're eating salad. So take that moment. Take that moment. Need to be shined. In my case, the vegetables they're eating. They don't eat vegetables. They're not eating balanced meals. So that light needs to be shined in that area of eating. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to start getting creative. And what can I do? Right? So the light was there in that area. And the light is going to come in different areas. Maybe it's going to be your spiritual walk. Maybe it's going to be your faith. Maybe it's going to be your relationship with one of your children, with your husband, maybe with one of your friends. If you know of anybody that you already know that they're struggling financially even before this situation, are they okay? Do you need anything? Are you okay with food? How can I serve you? How can I help you? I can drive by and drop off a bag of groceries for you. And just be that kind person, be that love that that person needs. Right now, we have to use our lens of love and compassion and understanding and faith and trust. And just be positive, be present, and be love. That's what I'm doing. What I do in the morning prayer group. So we pray in the morning, and then after we pray, I go and I meditate for 20 minutes, and then I go and I do a devotional. And then after the devotional, I have some cards, and I wanted to show them to you, and I took them away. Oh no, they're right here. So I want you to see that you have to be intentional. So I have here some flashcards, and they all have something positive, something that I can reflect, something that's going to make me feel good. And I do this in the morning. So I do my meditation, I do my prayer. I give gratitude, I give thanks. Then I do my prayer. Then I meditate. Then I do my devotional, and then I do my flashcards. After that, I'll probably get a book that I have that I want to finish, and I'll start reading for 10 minutes. And then I start my morning. I go and I do a little bit of oatmeal and some egg whites, and I'll start eating, and then I'll start working. For those of us who are coaches, for those of us who have a network marketing business, we're contacting people, we're reaching out, we're giving. We're right now in a place of abundance where we have more time than ever. And I'll start just sharing and putting notes and motivating my other colleagues invite you to do a routine. I invite you to start setting something that is gonna contribute to your situation, something that's gonna make you grow, something that's gonna make you feel good about yourself. If you're the type of person that you wanna go and shop, that you like to go buy makeup, reach out to your friend who sells Mary Kay or Famsi or whatever beauty product they have, and just buy one thing for yourself and expect the makeup to arrive, whatever it is that you bought. If you are into buying shoes, reach out to your friend who sells shoes and say, hey, I want to get a pair of shoes. Can I see your catalog? Is it online? And buy something for yourself. This is not a time for you to hold your money and to still feel part of life, part of the community, that you can still go out there and, indulge yourself with something. And one of the the things, one of my cards that I say that I have here, it says today okay, so it says today I treat myself of moments of luxury. So what does that mean for you? It doesn't mean that you're going to go get a coffee. It doesn't mean that you actually put chocolate in your coffee. What does it mean? A moment of luxury. It doesn't mean that you're going to go ahead and go get a hot shot. Just whatever it is that it means to you, you can still do it right now. So that's what I'm doing. That's what is different season of life, Patti?
Yes. Beautiful. Claudia, thank you so much for sharing your message and for some of the ways that you are coping and dealing with having your children at home, the homeschooling, your business, and how to approach supporting each other during this time and in networking, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much for being here.
You're
and
very welcome.
Will you just offer just a quick version, just a short version in Spanish for our guests that are listening in Spanish?
Sí.
Did you do that?
Yes, something brief. So quiero compartir mi amigo. Fue en un momento de desesperación, de miedo, de temor, de angustia, que lo dejes ir, que lo liberes. Que el primer pensamiento que salga de tu boca en las mañanas sea un gracias. Gracias por tus hijos, gracias por tu salud, gracias que estás despierta, gracias por estar presente, gracias por tener el raciocinio de reconocer que estás despierta. Gracias por ti, Señor. Gracias si eres creyente, si crees en Dios, si crees en el universo, en quien quiera que creas que sea algo más grande que tú, dale gracias. Deja que tu mañana arranque en gratitud. Haz una rutina positiva, una rutina que te vaya a hacer sentir bien, una rutina que te eleve tu energía. Lo que yo hago es, estoy en un grupo de oración, medito, tengo unas actividades que hago, pongo música y me pongo a bailar y me eleva la energía. Después de que hago eso, me toma como 45 minutos, una hora, empiezo mi día, arranco mi día, empiezo a ver qué posibilidades puedo hacer.
Yeah.
So, te invito a
gracias, Claudia. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Patti, I can't hear you. If you can hear me, I think I have to go. And
yes,
we're going to invite to the next one. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye. I love you. I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye. All right, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Everybody can hear me. Are we still on board here? Are we still able to, you can still hear us, right? Okay, so I'm going to move forward. And I want to thank all of you for being here today. And I'm going to read some of the comments while we await our next guest. And we've got here LaChelle Adkins says, I am happy to serve during this time of crisis. And she has her link here. And this is the one where I did all the tagging. Okay, looking forward to joining everyone. And I'm just going to do a couple things here. Joining everyone in this collaboration. Sorry, I had a little glitch there. And thank you so much, LaChelle, for being present here today. And I always get so thrilled when I see you here. And Veronica Mendez, good morning, Veronica. Thank you for being here with us. We will see you on the next show for sure. And Thomas says, super excited to hear the gifts of wisdom from this group of amazing women. Perfect ending to the International Month of the Woman. Thank you, Thomas, always for your support, for your love and grace and your courtesy and just everything that you are. I so appreciate you and I love you so much. Thank you. And Michael Post says, love you, Pati Maez. I love you, Michael. And thank you for this incredible gratitude and divine honor for us to serve humanity in all times. Vibrational, divine, loving blessings to all souls. Hashtag Samadhi Sea of Wisdom. Hashtag meditation. Hashtag Vibrillianaires. Hashtag living the Vibrilliant Lifestyle 247. And Michael says, vibrational, divine, loving blessings to you, LaChelle Adkins. Thank you for your soul expression of divine expression. And hi, LaChelle from Veronica. Linda, hi, Linda. Thank you so much for being here on your busy schedule. I know you had an event also this morning. Thank you. Fear, a great topic. My favorite aside from chocolate. And we do know you like chocolate. And may I share a secret? She loves mint chip ice cream, or used to. Okay, faith erases anxious reactions and great tips, LaChelle. Patty Wisher says, blessed morning to everyone. And thanks, Linda Sunshine West from LaChelle. Hi, Nadia Fleury from Linda. Michael Post says, great job, LaChelle Adkins. Love you, soul sister. And Michael says, love you, soul brother and mirror. Linda says, the animals have no idea what's going on. Are you kidding? The animals are all in touch. And guess what? I have a reading. How about if I give a quick reading? Linda, thank you for that message. All right, this morning, the message from this reading while we await our next guests. We have quite a few guests left. Okay, the horse. Yes, the horse is standing up. The horse is standing up, Nadia. It is not down, it is standing. And it is all about the power of knowing, our intuition, the power, our power. Stand in your power as we walk into the east, right? And then we walk into the south. Sorry if I'm having a little bit of trouble here. I'm going to be transparent. I broke half of my molar, my last molar in the back. And so I'm having a little trouble speaking this morning. So just bear with me as I as I stumble here. Okay, we move into the south, and the dolphin is here to remind us of manna, to be one with our divine spirit within, to take that deep breath and to align ourselves, mind, body, spirit, to align ourselves with the science of what's happening in this world, to connect with nature, to be one in that vibration with this high frequency. And then we move into the west. The west is where we're in the cocoon and we're moving back and forth, banging on the walls to move us through what is going to transform, right? Is creating transformation for us in that struggle. So the card came through as a blank shield, and it's asking you to begin again, create from this place. Hashtag today for tomorrow. Create from this blank shield. Begin again from here. It doesn't mean you have to start all over. It's begin from here. How are you choosing? What are you choosing? Every choice prepares you for the next choice, and the next choice, and the next choice. Then we move into the north, the jaguar. The jaguar asking you to be impeccable with your word. Be congruent with your message, allowing yourself to have your head and heart engaged, opening your core essence to listen to your own voice, to listen to your intuition, to be with your truth, to be one with what you know to be true for yourself. And we move into the center of the wheel. The center of the wheel is the prairie dog. Prairie dog is all about retreating, right? Some of the messages today were about pause, breathe, retreat into yourself. It's not about being lonely. It's about being in solitude and finding more, exploring. Who am I? Who am I? And what am I about? What is my purpose? What do I want to be here for? What am I doing here? How do I want to be? And how am I participating and contributing to my life, which ripples out to everyone else's life? And so think about that for a second. Whatever you think, see, feel, know, it all ripples out immediately. Your actions sometimes speak louder than words. That's the old statement. Well, your thoughts are also very important. What you believe, who you're listening to, what you're reading, how you're participating, what you're contributing, they all matter. All of that matters because it ripples out immediately, instantaneously. So retreat into yourself. Reach out to others if you find yourself beginning to get anxious or even just thinking negative thoughts. Reach out to someone, or reach out to me, reach out to all of the guests that have shown up here today. Reach out and let them know, hey, I just want to say this. All I need is a sounding board. I just need someone to hear my message, not to fix it, not to change it, not to do anything about it. I need to say these words, because once you say the words to someone who can hear you, what happens is you get to bring calmness into yourself. So now we're going to go into the universe. The universe is offering us the raven, which is what's happening this morning. The raven is offering the magic and the mystery, the magical ways of all of these women who have shown up already and the women that are still to come. We have another guest that's showing up shortly. This is moving a lot quicker than I expected, than what I thought. And what do? We prepare for those spaces. We prepare for what's next. Prepare for what's next. Always be prepared. What was it? Steve Viola. I just love Steve Viola, the retired Navy SEAL. I guess he'll always be a Navy SEAL to me. And he always says to prepare, right? Be prepared to prepare. Always be prepared. The choice again is about, what am I choosing today for tomorrow? Again, each choice prepares us for the next. So the magic and the mystery, embrace it. Embrace the unknown of, why is this happening? What is happening? Well, pause for a minute and ask yourself, what can I do about it? What can I do for myself right now? Because I'm out of control. All this uncertainty and anxiety and panic is going to create more. So pause for a moment. Take a deep breath, go inside and listen to your own voice and find out not what's in your head, not what's in your heart, but combined with an open core essence. Now we're going to go into the last card that's been offered to all of us. All of these women showed up today. They stepped up as leaders in their life, in their own life, and in their community and in their business. They have shown up for their families and friends and for you today. They made the time to be here for you. And likewise, you made the time to be here with us. Thank you so much. You have no idea how grateful we all are for this. So take the Mountain Lion card and be the Mountain Lion, which is leadership. Take a stand for something. Believe in something that is your cause and take steps. Reach out, research, and find out how you can serve, what you can serve to others. Start with yourself and then let it ripple out and then reach out to other people to help them out. So with that, I'm going to move on with more messages. Linda says, I'm realigning. It's cool because this virus has given me time to stop, reflect, readjust. Thank you, Linda, for this message. This is awesome news. I love it. Congratulations. I celebrate you and continued success on this path. Michael Post, beautiful, deep truth. Yes, it is within. It is within you. Yes. Okay, Michael says, oh, wait, that was Veronica. Hi, Michael Post. Okay, LaChelle says this is true. It's a reset. She was commenting on something earlier. Thomas says, nice, Nadia. Time to quote, review, and renew our lives. Yes, it is what we're doing right now. And it's 10:10. The angels are flying around. The guides are here. Notice the guides that are coming. Those of you who are into spirituality and who are into spirits, who guides and all of these different people who show up or entities that show up in your life, notice who's coming. Anyone who's giving you doubt or negative messages, pause for a moment. Say thank you for your message. And right now, I need to focus on what I'm doing and send them to the coffee shop or send them someplace else, because you want to listen to what is working for you, what's going to inspire and motivate you. Okay, vibrational from Michael Post, vibrational divine loving blessings and soul greetings, beautiful soul sister Veronica Mendez, to you and your beloved Aaron Garcia. We love you too. Aaron and Veronica and Aaron have a show. They're on twice a week. Reach out to them. Veronica is going to be on our next show, and reach out to them. They help remove negative emotional energies and help you to get good with yourself, to remove things that are no longer serving you so that you can be present with who you are. Okay, LaChelle says inner guidance for sure. Yes, Thomas, Laura, Vida, beautiful reading. We're attending the University of Earth for sure. UNIV of Soul, right? Okay, LaChelle Adkins, always enjoy your grounded message. Thanks for sharing. Michael says, love this university called life. Yes, LaChelle, amen. What we are feeding ourselves. What are we feeding ourselves? Great question. Hashtag America's Supermom. Michael says, great divine remembrance of our divine purpose and unfoldment. Laura Vida, thank you for your divine conscious reflection through your great service. Namaste. Patty Wisher. Hey, Patty Wisher. Thank you for being here, Patty. I love you so much. This is all timely. Thank you. Thomas says, Sama Morningstar. Excellent meditation, relaxing and reviving. LaChelle says, thank you for sharing, Sama Morningstar. Patty Wisher, it's important to understand our inner knowing and share. And I have a guest that's here, so I'm going to read a couple more. Abby says, okay, morning. Good morning, Allison Noe. Okay, Michael says, you said it beyond the language, Pati Maez. You spoke it from a place that transcends logical language, inner love, appreciation, and honor. Greatest language is found from where you spoke, within the heart of hearts. Thank you so much, Michael. LaChelle, true, everyone meditates, but what are we meditating on? Michael says, we are here for you. Laura says, raising your own personal vibration is key. Thank you all for being here. You can find me at lauravita.com. Yes, preach. Romans 8:28, the true truth beyond all truths, a guarantee from Spirit. Loving light. Okay, I am going to invite my guest. I have a special guest on. Waiting in the studio, Dr. Pauline Crawford-Omps of Corporate Heart and the ambassador of Magical Conversations. Where are you, Pauline? Let's welcome Pauline. Hi, Pauline.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome.
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
I'm doing. Yes, I can hear you very well. And also, I'm going to let you just take it away.
Well, take it away. I think we need to focus on magical conversations in today's world. And magical conversations to me about really understanding the light within you, because the magical conversation starts with you. So a magical conversation has always been with me all my life, because I love conversation. I love engaging people. But I think often we overtalk our own story. So it's about listening to somebody else's story, understanding, like in today's world, what is our personal challenge? Because we know what the big challenge is. We know that the world is in a crisis moment with COVID-19, but what is our own interest in somebody else's challenge? Can we share that? So magical conversation is about really the space between us And it's interesting thinking of space because we're all social distancing and we're in isolation. I'm here in my apartment with my husband and my dog, and we walk out with the dog, but we keep apart from everybody else, and we have our shopping delivered. But we're connected to everybody in the world. So the magical conversation is still there, online, on text, on conversations on the phone. So the first thing about the magical conversation is understanding the light within us in every situation, especially this one. And that as we share with somebody else, it's about no judgment. There's no judgment. Even with the virus doesn't select people. It just does what it does. We are none of us exempt from the possibility if we are actually out there connecting physically with people. So we've got this time to be really non-judgmental and inclusive with everybody, with every conversation, and not to get angry. And I don't mean to deplete anybody's passion to want to change things or be sad about what's happening. But I think we need to be careful with our language. Take care, use words of compassion and forgiveness and understanding, and to really look for a way forward to a future which we don't know yet, but we're in the path towards. And that's for me is that the last thing about magical conversation is that whatever conversation we have, whether it's about sadness because somebody's lost a life or it's about energy of recovery, it's about being in the moment and not looking back at the past and saying, are we going to get back to normal? We are going forward to something new. So for me, it's very much about that idea of identifying your own value, but actually sharing and listening and caring. And one of the metaphors I love to think about is being the lighthouse. Because the lighthouse is really strong, even though the sea can be really fierce. And in fact, on the wall behind me, if you can see, there's a picture of a very fierce sea around a lighthouse. And when you get close to the photograph, it is a photograph picture. There's a man standing at the lighthouse door, and the lighthouse keeper is watching the storm and going inside for safety. So what we're doing at the moment in the world, I believe, is we're going inside for safety, but we need to come out and understand what the sea is telling us, what the world is telling us. So for me, it's about understanding ourselves and really listening to the world and other people. And that's really my feeling at the moment. It's about pausing and reflecting, connecting and listening, enabling, engaging, enthusing, but really taking this time out to be okay with whatever is happening in the moment with you, because we're all in this together. And I think that is one of the most profound things about our whole situation is we're all in this together.
Wow, beautiful, Pauline. As usual, our ambassador of magical conversations. I love it. So, Pauline, while we're waiting for our next guest, I'd like to ask you a question about initially, when you first were told or suggested that you stay in quarantine with your partner, you were home before he was, and then he showed up. How did you handle that for our guests to understand how you went from there to where you are today?
I think it comes back into this notion of recognizing the space between you. And the space between you is sacred. And literally, so it might be that you're sitting on the sofa together, you're sitting across the table, but recognize that the space has an energy. And therefore, if it's changed, you're used to somebody being out and now they're in, you have to adapt to that. And I love dancing. So I kind of see it as a dance, or a dance, as you would say in America. Mm-hmm. But I say dance. But you know, when we're British and we're dancing, and there are some dances where you hold each other very tight, like the Argentine tango, or some way you're doing this, or some way you're just free dancing.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the idea, is that you can see Elvis on the wall behind me, is to remember the dance of life. Mm. So maybe when things get tense, as they can do. And we've had tense moments over the last 2 weeks, but I go and take the dog for a walk. So I can go outside of my building and just walk around the greenery. Or I can go into the bathroom and have a shower, or, and then come back and recognize the space and then enjoy things together. So watching funny movies. Last night we watched Mary Poppins Returns. Absolute great fantasy, fun, magical Disney. And, we watch the news all the time now. It gets very into our bones. It gets really too serious. It is serious, but I think we need to remember the energy of the dance and the energy of the dancers within us. So that's really what I've done. And in fact, Jim is a musician. So I've been encouraging him to play music. And that's really important as well. And just make sure that you take time out from each other, even in a small space.
Thank you for that, Pauline. And how are you coping and dealing, or how are you stretching in your business? How is that working for you so the audience can understand that piece?
Well, for me, it's all about moving into that online space. And I've been using Zoom for years now, and gathering groups of people on Zoom, working across the world, so with England or Malaysia or Philippines. So I'm used to that space online, but I think it's also about understanding that you have to shift the messages. So I've actually been pausing the last week. I've been writing out on Facebook and LinkedIn, but really sort of reassessing what I want to do with the work that I know I'm good at. And it's not just about using technology, it's about what groups do we want. And I have a passion about creating the world, creating our future together. And in fact, it's a hashtag that I've had way beyond, where we are now. And my passion is to invite people to share in their imagination what they would like a perfect world to be, their perfect world, their ideal world. Given a magic wand, what would it be like? So that as we assess the space ahead, which is currently unknown, but we can say, what is it we would really like to have? So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to form groups and invite people to come and share their views and start looking at, do men think differently to women? Do baby boomers think different to millennials? Do different cultures think differently about what that future is? If we can actually map that out, then I believe we can reverse engineer from there to here, rather than always coping with, oh my God, what's happening to me today? And how will this ever end? I'm not looking at that. I see it as a journey ahead. And those are the conversations that I'm going to start doing on Zoom groups and online. And also, while we're in this space of time, teaching people what I know so that they can learn it and have a different education about themselves for gender dynamics, magical conversations, and anything that they want to deal with in their life. So I want to be a service to anybody who would like to learn what I know and share it. And then we can start spreading goodwill and good future ideas together.
Beautiful.
And I think that will lift some of the angst that we can have. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm without angst. I still wake up in the morning and I think, oh yes, that's right, I remember. And then you go, right, let's
it's like, up. Okay.
Yes.
All right. It's a nice way to check in.
Yes.
And to acknowledge that there is fear. And I woke up this morning with Greta Thunberg, who said, I've been saying this is not a time to be afraid. This is a time to be vigilant and to serve. And what I woke up with this morning was, yes, be scared. Be scared because this is real, right? Well, and what can I do about it? It's a way to check in. It's not, you don't have to be afraid, but be scared that, okay. And then acknowledge it. And what can I do? And move forward today for tomorrow, make a different choice, right?
I think that's really important, that we recognize the up and down in the day and the whole curve of change, that we go into a regular daily denial and acceptance and renewal, and then it comes back again, and you put the news on and you think, oh gosh, it's still there. And I'm watching the UK as well because my family are there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really concerned about them. And I've just had a family Zoom conversation, which was lovely. But it's about making a different proposition for yourself every day. And I think that is scary, but it's also really exciting. It's the change is phenomenal that is possible.
Yes,
and that's what we need. I believe we need to focus on is what do we really want to find out about ourselves, and where do we really want to hold our essence in the world. And there is so much that is more about my hashtag world harmony. There's more world harmony at the moment than there's been for a long time, be it in dire situations.
Yes, it's true. And I want to make before I move on to the next guest, I want to stay with you for a moment because there were some comments that came in for you, and I want you to hear them. Hi, Pauline. Well said. The magical conversation starts with what we think, taking the time to listen to our inner being with no judgment. And Patty Wisher says, thank you, everyone, for sharing and truly listening, hearing. And love it. Nadia says, love it, Pauline Crawford-Omps. Quote, when it gets tense, dance, end quote. I love that. And Thomas says, Pauline Crawford-Omps, good reminder to be forgiving and to take me time. And Patty Wisher says, yes, I agree. Ella Sinohui says, Pauline Crawford-Omps, thank you. Here to be of service. And with that, Pauline, I appreciate you so much. I love you so much. And thank you for making the time to be here. Our love to Jim. And I will talk with you soon. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Be magical.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was magical. And so here we have our last guest. And she was our guest that popped in. And I said, yes, of course we have room for you. And I'm delighted to introduce you to Veronica Crystal Young, and she is the author of Know Your Power. She's a musician. She's an top executive. She is all kinds of really cool things, and I am so happy that I've gotten to know her. And now I present you, Veronica Crystal Young. Hi, Veronica.
Hi.
Thank you so much for showing up. I'm doing great. Thank you. It's been an awesome day.
Thank you so much for including me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So you just take it away. You're on the floor.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm very honored to be able to share my thoughts with you today because we're all going through so much. I guess my first thought is about slowing down because we've all had to slow down with the stay-at-home orders that we're all having. And, you know, for many, we've got more time. I know for me, I've found 2 hours of time since we've started this because of the commute to the hospital. I'm working remote and I've been able to slow down and actually have a couple more hours of sleep, which has been actually really good for me physically and mentally. And so it's a time for us to expand into space and take advantage of the more time to slow down our minds and our thoughts. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I think we need to check our state of mind. Normally, most people are running around and the emotions are high and we're scared. And I think that we all know that the fear is driving many actions right now, causing anxiety, restricting our thought, to lack the lack of communication, the lack of having someone. I'm actually isolated alone for 20 days now. I've been at home for 20 days and remote and haven't seen my boyfriend or anything. So it's been really anxiety for me as well. And I've had to figure out, how do I deal with that? How do I deal with the anxiety of being alone, even though I'm remote and I'm talking to people online? It's the actual connection is not there, physical connection. So state of mind is a really big deal for me. And what I do and what I find helps me is I expand into my inner guidance. what I mean by that is I expand into my essence and close my eyes, and I expand into feeling my connection to my inner guidance and my self-love. A lot of times we forget about that. And I loved what Pauline said about take me time, because I believe that's part of it, connecting to yourself and taking me time. And knowing that we're love. And I know that sounds kind of foo-foo. and I only have 5 minutes, but I wanted to get that in because I think it's important that we really connect with who we are, and who we are is 100% love. And connect with that spirit, mother, father, God, whatever it is for you, about feeling that self-love. And one of the things I wanted to bring up is that sometimes this feels really difficult for some people that feel like they're not worthy or deserving or are not enough because of what they've been through in their life. And for me, I know I am a survivor of abuse. It's one of my main platforms that I speak on. And I wanted to talk to those of you who are in fear and tense and in a controlling environment because of this lockdown with the stay home order. And I know it can be frightening even without this order, but with the order, it may have intensified what you're going through. And what you can do in this case is, I'm hoping you can find a space in where you are to go and close your eyes and really feel what you need to do, and feel and listen to your heart. And I know it may be difficult, but if there is a space, some room that you can go to where you can close your eyes and really feel your inner strength and really connect to Mother, Father, God. And also, when you do that, ask yourself, what do I need? What do I need to get through this? What are some solutions? And I guarantee you, if you do this enough, things will come to you, because that's what happens when we open ourselves and expand ourselves to Mother, Father, God, and really connect on the inside. The inner guidance comes through. It may not come through immediately, but you may be doing something during the day, and all of a sudden a thought will come to you, and you'll go, oh, maybe I should try this. And that will be that inner guidance speaking to you. And it really helps, because it makes you feel like you're not alone, and you're not. You're not. That inner guidance, that love, that God space is always there. And so that's the inner part. The other part I wanted to say is, if you're in this situation where you're at home and you feel like you can't do anything. I did have a client that said she's very frustrated because she was working on being social, and now she can't work on being social because she's at home all day. And I said, well, I said, there are some things you can do. And one of the things I think you can do to work on yourself, if you're having trouble, connecting with people on the outside, now that we have this stay-at-home order, maybe there's some investigation or some adventures you can do online, which is join some groups that you normally wouldn't have joined, maybe do a little interaction. And again, it's not, they're not going to see you, everything's kind of, as internet and Facebook and Instagram and all that is kind of anonymous because people won't see you, but at least you'll get out there and maybe be a little more social if you're not really used to it. So it's one thing you can do. And also, one of the things that another client was talking to me about was she wanted to improve all of her adventures. She wanted to have more adventurous life, feel like she was living life. And now with the stay-at-home order, she's like, I can't live my life. I feel like I'm, struggling here at home. I said, well, there are some things that we can utilize. Technology is a wonderful thing. We can have some adventures online. And what I mean by that is not necessarily groups, but I mean go to YouTube. And you can look at adventures online. Like if you ever wanted to rock climb, go look up some rock climbing videos. Go look up some zip lining or skydiving videos or something like that. So there are things you can do, thank goodness for technology, during this time to expand who you are. And so now we're having this time. We're having this time to explore us. internally, as well as some of the things that maybe we might want to do on the outside, but through technology. So that's what I wanted to say. And then also the last thing I wanted to talk about is I want to talk about, in order to get down to us, to get to really feel who we are. I'm a big fan of journaling. I have always been a big fan of journaling, and we have the time now. So we have the time to take out that journal and write something about our emotions, our feelings. What are we feeling? Just write it down, free form. No one's going to look at it. Don't judge it, because judgment, puts you in a box. Just say, hey, I'm going to write down what I'm feeling, and use this as a self-help journal for yourself. And when this is all over, and I say when, not if, when this is all over, it's a great tool to go back and look at all the feelings and emotions you were having at the time. And actually, it helps get them out onto paper, gets them out of you, and maybe gives you a little better perspective, especially when you go back and look at it, and you may be in a different place if you do this long enough. So those are all the things I wanted to share with you. And I also wanted to share one thing as far as safety alerts. If you are in a situation that is pretty dire, there is the National Domestic Violence Hotline, and that number is 1-800-799-7233. And again, it's 1-800-799-7233. And I really, really hope that if you are in that situation, that you use some of these tools to maybe protect yourself and your psyche. And with that, I want to say I send you all love and hope and happiness in this situation that we're in. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, Veronica. Always, you bring it on. And I want to share some comments that some folks wrote here before you go. Barbara Windsor, she's in the house. Yay! So hi, Barbara. Thank you so much for being here with us. Hugs to you, girly, she said. And Alice Sinohui, I guess I should show these, right? Alice Sinohui says, we are enough. Thank you, Veronica Crystal Young, for the reminder. We are enough. Yes, we are, and we are not alone. That's for darn sure. Barbara Windsor says, did you all know this lady sings like a bird? She has a beautiful voice. Veronica, maybe you will bless us with a song sometime. Well, maybe you want to give us one. You want to take a breath and maybe do a little song for us here?
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'll keep reading while you think about it. Take your breath.
Okay.
And here's the number again. 1-800-799-7233 is the domestic hotline. And as most of you know, my vision is to stop domestic violence. And so all of these women here have shown up today to give us their message, to help us empower ourselves and to be good with ourselves and to know that we are enough and we are worthy and we're not alone. We have each other. And with that, I'm going to let you have it. Or I'll stay here. Would you like me to stay, or do you want me to go?
No, I'm good.
You can just give us one verse or something. Only if you're comfortable.
I'm just going to do a little piece of Blue Bayou.
Pardon me?
Can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just going to do a little piece of Blue Bayou. I don't have any backing tracks or anything, but hopefully my voice will will come out like that. Whew, let's see. Okay, here we go. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise through dreamy eyes, how happy I'd be. I'll never be blue, my dreams come true, on blue by you.
I love that. Oh my God. My saucers are loaded with raindrops. Oh my golly gracious. That was beautiful.
I was like, oh my God, I have to cough now.
So now do you see why I love this woman so much and why you will love her? Connect with her. She's amazing. Veronica Crystal Young, thank you so much for being here, darling.
Thank you. Thank you, Patty.
Hope to see you soon in
Thank you.
person. And we will do that.
Okay.
And you take care, and I'll talk with you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Oh my goodness gracious. Was that something or what? Oh my God. I loved it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So this is a congregation offering victory in disruption. Now, I hope you were disrupted today, because what was presented today was something astoundingly beautiful. And I have invited Thomas McGoldrick, my partner in life, and to say a couple of words. I just felt intuitively to bring him on. So Thomas McGoldrick, how about you come on and say a little something?
Hello, Pati Maez. Wow. Well, this is kind of a spur of the moment. For me, I guess the biggest message I would tell to everybody that we have a choice on how we view this virus. And basically, we have a choice on how we deal with it. And I would urge everybody to look at this as an opportunity to do things differently than we've done before, to view things differently than we've done before, to give ourselves the pause that so many of the speakers today have talked about, and to just sit back and relax and realize that everything's going the way it's supposed to go. Change is inevitable, and to simply embrace that change.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Thomas McGoldrick. I appreciate you coming on spontaneously. And what I love about the people that are in my life, in our life, is that people step up, those in leadership. And, you know, I talk about leadership in the sense of home, work, anywhere, our community. How are we leading our lives? How are we approaching our life? And how are we leading it? And you're a perfect example, along with all the other speakers that were here today. I appreciate you so much, and appreciate everyone for being here. And Thomas, thank you again for being here at the last minute.
I'm always here.
All right, folks. Whew. This was magical, mystical, and breathtaking. Wow, I didn't expect the song, and I so appreciate that Veronica stepped up with that. So much beauty and grace. Thank you, ladies, for stepping up, and Thomas at the last minute, and in stepping up and stepping into the unknown with your powerful energy of light and love. And thank you, audience, for joining us on this glorious day. Remember, you can hashtag replay to make sure to take in all of the lovely messages offered by these beautiful, wonderful women today. And please reach out and connect with these women. They each have their own unique gift to offer. See you next Sunday for more fun and inspiration. If you'd like to participate, please post a comment or direct message me. I am Pati Maez of at UNIV of Soul. Remember to breathe into your belly and check out heartblazers.com for group support and techniques to help you thrive in your life. Until next time, go out there and be the best that you are, and thrive in your life. Blessings to all of you. I love you, and we'll see you soon.